This lesson will focus around mistakes, making them and how to fix them. And it'll get you comfortable with trying new things, making mistakes, because you know you'll have a quick option to fix those mistakes. A lot of other software will call fixing mistakes undo. Adobe products, Photoshop, Illustrator call it stepping backwards. So we're going to learn the keystrokes to step backwards, because learning the keystrokes or the shortcuts are really one of the tickets to going from good to great in a very short period of time. So we'll get right to it. And the keystrokes kind of look like a triangle. And here's how the keys get set up like this. We'll put our ring finger on the Alt key, our pointer finger on the Command key, and our middle finger on the Z key. And our Z key, our middle finger, kind of works as a toggle, that each time I press it, I take a step backwards. So the Alt Option key gets my ring finger, the Command key will get my pointer finger, and the Z key will get my middle or index finger. And each time I hit that, it will take one step backward. So we'll talk about this quickly now, and then we'll look at it. So these are our keystrokes to step backward. However, sometimes we make or take too many steps backward. It's worth knowing that if we've taken too many steps backward, we can just roll that ring finger up here. The Z key is still our toggle to step forward, and now we can step forward in the event we've stepped backward too many steps. So before we do it, it's ring on the Alt or Option, pointer on the Command, and middle finger on the Z. And this is so important. It's one of the very first lessons we teach. Let's open up a canvas here and see how it works. I'll go to File, New, and open up an 800 by 800 pixel canvas and hit Create. And I'm going to just paint this canvas with the paint bucket. So I'll paint it orange. I'll paint it green, blue, red, yellow, pink. Okay. So I've just taken about 4 or 5 steps, because I've changed the color of this canvas 4 or 5 times. And here's how the step backward works. Alt Option key, ring finger, pointer on Command, and now each time I press Z, you see I can step backward to the color I had before, till I've taken the steps back to the original color that I started with, white. If I said to myself, wow, I wish I really didn't want to step back this far, I wanted to have the canvas blue, I can just keep my pointer on Command, roll my ring finger up to Shift, and now I can toggle Z and move forward. So we can move forward and backward with this shortcut. One more thing that we want to take into account when we're drawing or working with something is that we want to let go of the mouse every so often. So if my intention was to draw a house, and I accidentally make this mistake, and I go to step backward, it's going to erase the whole thing. However, if I take shorter strokes and let go of my mouse button, and I make that mistake now, and I step backward, I'm only stepping back 1 step. So that's an extra bonus or added tip with the undo tool. When you're drawing something or working with something and editing with something, let go of that mouse key, the mouse button, or whatever you're drawing with, every so often. The more you do, the better. Because if it's all one stroke and we go to step backward, we're going to lose it all versus I let go of the mouse, I let go of the mouse, I let go of the mouse. Oops, I made a mistake. Now when I go to step backward, I'm only one step back and I can finish this more easily. So there's stepping backward, the shortcut, the keystroke, also stepping forward. The bonus tip is here, when you're working on something or editing something, let go of that mouse button regularly. The more you let go of the mouse button, the less difficult it will be to step back in smaller steps, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to get involved in a project and realize you've been holding the mouse button the whole time, and when you step backward, you lose it all. Shortcut key, stepping backward, stepping forward, you got to get it mastered early, and then the next step would be remembering to take shorter brush strokes, letting go of that mouse button. Hope this helped. Stay tuned for the next one.